Hello, friends. Day 10. Day 10 of 30 days of celebrating you, where we relive um, and retell our proudest moments, our moments of accomplishment, achievement, um, moments of overcoming something, an obstacle that we had put in our way or placed in our way, um, a moment where our light shined a little bit brighter. Um, This is in the hopes of raising our vibration by reliving that glory of achievement, of pride, of overcoming um, something that we felt um, a little bit more happy about. Um, so, if you're new to this series, please go back um, in the other videos, not necessarily to watch, but just to add your story. Add your story to the comments. I think we're all here to help each other um, in specific ways, or maybe not specific. Not it doesn't have to be um, a profound thing. It just could be um, something so small as sharing a little story of yourself that can bring inspiration to somebody, um, get them to think about something, or get them going in a right direction, a direction that they've been trying to get to, but couldn't find the means to steer their ship correctly or in the way that they wanted to. So, this is, this video is about me and my story, but it's really just a placeholder for everybody to share a little bit of themselves. Um, and with all that energy, all that positive energy, maybe uplift others at the same time. So, don't forget to go down in the comments of the video and share yourself, your story with the community and with the universe. You know, um, let them know that um, you're thankful for the moment that was given to you, and you know, hopefully the good will shine through. Right? Okay. So without further ado, day 10. Um, it was my senior year in high school. Um, it was the wrestling year of my senior year in high school. Um, it was a pretty big year for me because I missed part of my junior year of wrestling because I tore my AC. I tore the ACL um, in my right knee wrestling. Somebody hit me from the side, and I felt my leg give out, and then there was like a burn in the middle of my knee, and I couldn't walk. Um, Come to find out, I went to the doctors, and come to find out, I tore my ACL, and so they, put me in a. I didn't need surgery. It wasn't that well. They said they could do it, but they didn't want to. I think they said because of my age or whatever. So they just, slapped a cast on, and I was done for the season. So I only wrestled half of my junior season, and then so that my senior year became very, very important. Obviously, because it was the last one. Um, but kind of to see what could be, because I never got to go to state as a junior. I did as a sophomore. I went to state, um, but not as a junior. So to see where how far I could get was very important, especially with the last being this the last chance. So I think we're just about to get into the season. It was still the preseason, so for us the preseason of wrestling was just a lot of scrimmaging other some schools, and then some tournaments. So um, it may have been like a couple weeks before the season start. We're in practice, and our coach is riding us pretty hard. And I remember I punched a hole in the wall in the gym. We wrestled like in the gym, but in a room that was above the basketball court. And we had this room that we would practice in, and he was riding us pretty hard, and I lost my temper, punched a hole in the wall, and as soon as I did that, I knew like something bad happened. Not because there was a hole in the wall, but because my hand hurt a lot, and um, um, it was broken. I broke the outside of my hand. Um, like I couldn't hold, I couldn't grab, I couldn't hold, um, and my knuckle dropped. It was lower than the rest of my other knuckles, and so I squeezed my hand and I got it to straighten out a little bit, but I couldn't grab with it, and um, yeah, right there I thought, oh, that might be my season, and I got really nervous, but I finished practice and I knew it was broken, so I didn't really want to go to the doctor. Um, so I ended up wrestling the whole season, my whole senior season with a broken hand, and it was interesting because in practice, um, I would tape up my hand. I put padding around it and tape it up, and then I would just wrestle with it. And then, but for like our dual meets and our tournaments that I went to, I took the tape off, and I did it because I didn't want anybody to pick on it or to see it and then grab it. Um, there's really not many rules in wrestling, so just the obvious, no eye gouging, and it's not like WWE wrestling. Um, but if somebody sees something to grab, they'll grab it. And so um, I decided to take the tape off uh, when we were challenged or when we had tournaments and dual meets and stuff like that. So I would go in there and I could never use my right hand. And so it was it was an accomplishment just to go into a match with somebody knowing your handicap. Like you can't like hold on or grab with one hand. And in wrestling, well, the style that I used, it was all about grappling, like holding on, and so I had to learn how to like use my wrist instead of my hand. Um, but yeah, it was something that I was very proud of because I had an out. Um, Wrestling is very hard. It was hard on my body. It was a tough mental grind because we ran so much. We did so much cardio work, and then you couldn't eat. You're always losing weight and stuff. And I got my out right away if I wanted to take it, but I didn't. Like it wasn't an option, So you just had to I just had to find a way to make it work. And um, putting myself like further behind the eight ball by not having the use of one hand and still overcoming that, I think was a tremendous feat for myself. Um, I did end up having a good wrestling season. I went undefeated in the regular season, and then kind of petered out at the end. But I never let my hand be an issue, and I never gave it much thought. Today it's still broken. Uh, I remember hurting my thumb or my wrist, and I went to the doctor and I got an X-ray, and so I think it was my thumb. I hurt my thumb doing something, and I said, "Oh, so how's the thumb?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're not worried about your thumb right now. Do you know your hand is broken?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's been broken since high school. It's not a big deal." And they're like, "Oh, okay." So, well, that's my story. It was wrestling my senior year, um, the entire year with a broken hand, um, and overcoming those obstacles that I placed in my way because I couldn't control my anger and punched a hole in the wall. Um, but anyways, that's my story for today. Um, Remember, please like, share, and subscribe. Help extend our reach in the community to others that are maybe looking for a community to join um, with like-minded people like us. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, angels fly because they take themselves lightly. See you guys.